The Australian Lobby Group was founded by two people, Sam Bamford and myself, to represent ordinary Australians in a new way. We know that representative democracy is not exactly working in Australia. Every couple of years you go to the ballot, you vote, nothing seems to improve. And the reason for that is because politicians are really only influenced by one thing, that's power. It's not brown bags full of money. It's none of that stuff. It's not the kind of influence that you think happens in back rooms that are filled with smoke or sound really dodgy. It's actually about knocking on their door and having a conversation about what you bring to bear to be able to change their positions. And that means people, that means influence, that means structure. The Australian Lobby Group has been built and designed to be able to give you another voice in Canberra that isn't just a politician, that's pandering to bureaucrats, middle management, and an election cycle that sees them probably be better paid than you. I'm in Washington, DC today because this is the home of lobbying and political influence. And people might be going, well, why would you go to America? Well, this is it. You come here to learn. You come to places like this to meet other people that are doing this around the world. And this week I'm attending the Alliance of Sovereign Nations conference put on by Turning Point. And you might be thinking, well, what has that got to do with Australia? Well, the reality is the Americans achieved something that we haven't achieved yet in Australia. A populist president, a change in the culture, a change in the direction of the country. So I came here to learn how they've done it so that we can implement some of those processes back home. And you might not have to agree with the politics of what's happening in Australia, but you've got to admit, understanding how power changes the direction of a nation is certainly something that we could all use a bit of back home. One of the other things to consider is that at this conference there will be over 50 American congressmen and women here, and as well as politicians and populist leaders from around the world. This is an opportunity to meet everyone in one place so that we don't have to network all over the planet. A golden opportunity to expand our knowledge and then be able to bring that knowledge back home. Lobbying in Australia has a very opaque nature. Although lobbyists are registered with the Attorney General's office, and we have over 3,000 registered lobbying entities in Australia, the reality is a lot of it happens in back rooms, it happens behind closed doors, and you don't have a clue about what's going on. The only way for Australians to fully understand this structure is to have representation within that structure. We intend to bust the door open on lobbying and show you the inner workings of how power is actually exercised in Canberra, and then be able to influence the politicians that we are meeting, the power brokers and the leaders in our country, towards the policies that you have asked us to represent you for. Australians feel ignored by their government because their government has no accountability towards Australians anymore. You live in a two-party system, Team Red and Team Blue, and they've got you by the balls. And they've been doing whatever they want to do for years in our country. And we've seen minor parties arise, but they never really seem to get anywhere. And everybody thinks that these minor parties need to work together, but human egos are what they are. We have a political system in Australia, the Westminster system, with a preferential voting system, which means that no matter what you do, you are always going to have a vote trickle down to an option that you might not particularly like, which means that these politicians, especially from the uniparty blob, don't really care whether they represent you or not. They are in a place where this is probably going to be the best paid job they'll ever have as very average middle-level managers, and they are managing the decline of your country extremely well. It's the one thing that they are very good at. Lobbying is one of the oldest professions on the planet, and I'll let you guess what the other oldest one might be. The reality is that people have been trying to influence power from ancient cultures all the way to where we are now. And you don't have to be a politician to be able to achieve what you want. In fact, many politicians have no positions. They have no interest in anything other than to maintain their own career. And those people are going to be influenced by other organisations that are are a lot better at trying to wield that power. So politicians can be a tool of lobbying and advocacy groups. Lobbying is always going to be there. You are never going to get rid of it. The best thing that we can do is have a transparent and open lobbying system where organisations like ours are accountable to clients and that you get to see what happens on the inside. Lobbying is here forever. Let's make sure that we have a team on the battlefield. Foreign interests hold the majority of power in Australia. And you might be saying, Scotty, what do you mean by foreign interests? But the reality is that foreign lobby groups are behind pretty much most of the legislation that significantly affects your life. And that could mean Chinese batteries, Chinese solar systems, Chinese wind farms being built in your country, a green energy plan and a policy that's destroying your native homelands so that profits can be offshored to another country. Just a classic example that you've all seen for the last 30 years play out. And then you can go as far as things like security, things like legislation at home that will impinge on your freedoms and your liberties. Things like the 2025 anti-Semitism and hate speech bill. Who was behind that? Let's be clear about this. That policy and legislation wasn't written by the political class that we have back home in the few short weeks that they had. That was written by a foreign lobbying interest sitting on a shelf waiting to go, never letting a good crisis go to waste. Foreign lobbying is wrecking your country. That is how the majority of power is wielded in our country, and we intend to take that power back. The immigration debate has become so heated because foreign interests are perpetrating that immigration policy in Australia. It's not to the benefit of Australians. You know as well as I do that Australia is not a better place today than it was 10 years ago, and it will definitely not be a better place in 10 years from now. But for some reason, we seem to be importing people from the subcontinent and the third world at record rates to do what? To prop up a GDP number that doesn't mean anything anymore. And in the middle of a housing crisis and a cost of living crisis, all we're doing is bringing in more people and selling them a dream that isn't even real. They're competing with you to keep wages lower, they're competing with Australians to get into the housing market, and they're making our country poorer while destroying our very unique Australian culture. And let's be clear about this. Australia has a culture, we have a heritage, and we are a special people and a very special place in time. And we have a legacy to history that we intend to defend. You shouldn't just go quietly into the night and disappear, Australia, because at the current rate that we're importing people in, you will be gone in just a few short years. It's time to make sure that that doesn't happen. The immigration debate is being used to destroy your country and to prop up the profits of people that have no interest or care for you. It's really easy to get blackpilled now, and if you haven't heard the term blackpill, it means that you've basically given up on everything and that voting isn't going to make any difference. And we kind of agree with you. What we've seen consistently is that we have elections, we vote for things, and then nothing seems to improve. If you feel like you're politically homeless, join the ALG. Jump on the website and get involved with us. Get on our team. Be represented by Australians, Australian veterans, and your fellow patriots to try and take our country back. Don't give up on your country. They want you to give up. Giving up means that they've won. And I know you've got more in you yet. We're going to see this fight through to the end, and we will not let them win. So join us at the Australian Lobby Group today. I'm a unique person in that I was a Generation X kid, which means that I was born in the 70s, raised in the 80s, and had a great time in the 90s. And I lived in an Australia that I believe was the best time in the history of our country. And I think that we can create that again. And when people say, why do you keep looking backwards? Because backwards, it was so good. I remember it well. The 90s leading into the 2000s, the Sydney Olympics, the Australian Bicentennial, all of these things meant something. And I know there's a generation of young guys and girls out there now that are looking at this stuff going, that looks like the kind of Australia that we want to live in. And I'm being honest with you. That's the Australia that we want to create as well. I'm at an age and a place in my life now where I believe, and I certainly feel it in my heart, that we can make a difference to take our country back. And like 20,000 other Australians that have joined the Australian Lobby Group, you have an opportunity now to get in here with us too. So don't give up on this place. Don't give up on this country that will take a young man like me that didn't grow up in the best of circumstances, that actually grew up with a lot of things to have to overcome to be able to build a life. Australia gave me those opportunities. It gave me those chances. It gave me the ability to restart and to never quit. I've not given up on it, and I know you won't, and I know that we can take it back together. Let's create a better Australia for the future.